Back again, folks. Bathrobe Chronicles on the road. This is most likely number 9. And yes, here I am at Fort Pickens. Now this camera work's going to be pretty dreadful. But well, anyway, whatever it will be, it will be. This is kind of a large place. I had no idea what to expect, but it's pretty decent sized. And the weather, boy, is terrific. There's the slightest chill in the air. The sun is out, of course, as you can see. And all I have on is a cotton sweater. And boy, this is great. It's just a terrific, terrific day. And let me swing around and show you, yes, the beach. The good old beach. Now, this island, and I'll have some more on this later. I'm going to buy a booklet or something. But if you look right there, it looks like some kind of fort stuff or something. But you see the high rises, and I'm having a difficult time even seeing the camera. The sun is so bright. But that's where the end of the island ends, right straight ahead. So obviously this place was here, I guess, to try and get the ships and all that mess that are going through there. Here's a big mother right here. Sheesh. Anyway, as I said, I'll try and get some more information later this evening, and have some visitors. Hi, folks. Don't mind me.
I don't want to get in your way.
Oh, no, ma'am. No problem at all. Anyway, as I said, you can see it's kind of a large place here. I've been down in the guts of it, so to speak, or the bowels, or whatever term you want to use, and it's not really what you would call restored, and I don't know if that's the appropriate term to use, but it is a big place, and of course they have tours here, which I hear are kind of good and pretty educational and such, and I think they just had the one, and I guess that's it for the day for them. But anyway, and I don't know what's up with these houses over there. Look kind of cool. Folks here and there. So anyway, I guess that's enough of this stuff. But at least this will give you some idea of what old Fort Pickens looks like. There's that huge gun. And I'll try and get some more information on that or whatever. There's a lot of construction going on around here. I was thinking earlier today, I wonder how much it cost just to keep this place open, if you will. And there's construction everywhere around here. As far as the roads, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of money spent here so that I can stay here for $10. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, I'll be back later this evening, I'm sure, and as Pat Condell will say, peace, ladies and gentlemen, peace. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, back again. I'm going to tack this on. I believe it's number 9. I was just on my way, headed back. Well, actually, I'm going to go to town and see what's going on there. But I saw this other stuff here, and you can see there's like a gun over there, or a couple of them actually. And here's one here, which is supposedly from the little plaque over there says from the First World War, which is kind of interesting. But really what got me was, look at this. I mean, this is just absolutely terrific. I hope this camera's recording this reasonably well to give you a feel for what it's like. But you see a car over there. But look at this place. Daggone, there's some more military stuff on that hill over there. It looks like some kind of pillbox thing or something. But boy, is this a nice place, I'll tell you. This is really something. Anyway, I had a nice chat with the ladies in the gift shop at Fort Pickens. Real nice. And hey, I spent $40-some in there. Gosh, can't help myself. I bought some postcards, and also they had the books on. One book is on the Corps of Engineers, all of their places, and the other book is on the national park places. So I figured, hey, you know, what the heck? Invest $30 or so, because, you know, I'm trying to save, you know, some money on this camping. Plus, based on almost nothing, I also believe that these campgrounds are most likely a heck of a lot nicer than most of the commercial campgrounds. And I know one thing, like where I am now, it seems to be decently spaced, if you will, you know, between the trailers. I'm gonna walk over here. I'm not sure what's over here as I'm running my mouth. I know the other place I stayed, boy, you're right next door to somebody. There wasn't a tree in sight. Well, there may have been one tree, but so I figured, what the heck, I'll invest the $30 and hopefully the return will come back to me on having you know, saving some money at the national park and the Corps of Engineer places. So anyway, well, I'm gonna head to town now, but I'll most likely come back later tonight and add to this thing. Hope you guys are doing well. Take care. Pat Condell would say, peace, ladies and gentlemen, peace. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, back again. I guess this is going to be the end of number 9. Excuse me. I was going to sort of wrap up on that Fort Pickens deal. I actually bought a booklet, and I am going to read it. It looks kind of interesting. Anyway, what I'm going to do now, and I really shouldn't be wasting your time on all of this, but I think I mentioned I bought that Wi-Fi, and you know, I have used in just 3 or 4 days, or 2 days, 3 days, I've used about a third or so of the 3 gigs or whatever in the heck it is. So what I'm going to do, since I don't feel like cooking dinner tonight, I'm going to go ahead back home. I'm going to get my computer, I'm going to download all this crap, and I'm going to go to Whataburger, my new favorite place, and see if I can get these posted tonight. I guess what I was going to say is I have another channel, as I mentioned before, and if I had been posting this on my other channel, I would most likely ask the question, given the state that our country is in financially, and given the amount of money that we're just spending like crazy, especially with this war we're in and everything else, and the whole place has gone to hell, so to speak. We have people who can't get health care. We have people who are homeless, not by choice. We have people who are homeless not because they want to be. They're homeless because they've gotten to a point where they can't find a job. And so I guess I would most likely, if I were on the other channel, I would pose the question, should we be spending money? And I'm sure it's even this one little park is in the hundreds of thousands, most likely, a year, because there's a lot of construction going on down here. A lot of people out there, you know, in the construction business, doing the, you know, what the construction guys do. And should we really be spending money on Fort Pickens so that George can go there and have a heck of a campsite for $10 when we have our fellow citizens who are not eating all that well, a lot of them, and who have no place to stay? I don't know. What do you guys think? Of course, you might say, George, knock it off. You're supposed to be talking about your trailer and that kind of stuff. But hey, I just had to pose that question. I really did. And don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful place down here. It's this campsite and the beach, and it's great. But really, should we be doing that? It seems like we should have a hierarchy of what we do with our money. It seems like we should get together and have like a collective conscience, if you will, and say, what should we be doing as a country? In other words, we have, except for the fact we're borrowing money like maniacs, we have a finite amount of money, you know, you might say, and what are we going to do with it? And just start at the top and say, what's the top priority? I think the top priority should be that we all have health care, we all have a place to live, and we all have something to eat. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some people out there who I would categorize as bums, who do not want to work, who couldn't care less, who don't want to be productive members of society, and that's okay. I'm not talking about them. And I think you would find that they are in the minority of the homeless people. Homeless people, by and large, I think, have either fallen down on their luck, so to speak, have lost their jobs, sold their cars, done all of that, and you know, are on the verge of sort of giving up, you might say. The healthcare mess, boy, that is a mess. But so I think if we sat down as citizens and said, what should we be doing with our money? I think most of us would say, hey, let's make sure everyone has a place to has some kind of shelter, whether it's in, you know, one of these homeless shelters or not, shelter, food, and medical care. I think we should start with that and then sort of go from there. Education. I'm not saying what would be next. Essential services, police, and the fire department, and things like that. You know, to protect us, and then, you know, go on down the list and see where we end up. So, anyway, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. Here's a nice young lady checking my credentials. I'm talking on my camera.
Okay. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Anyway, that's a nice young lady at the park place here. And I hope the camera's showing like the beach or something. I've got it canted or cocked off to the side, if you will. And I hope it, I can't see that much of what it is. But anyway, so the Bleeding Heart here was talking about this collective conscience, if you will, and what we should be doing with our money. And as I said, this is a great place here, and I'm glad it's here. But I guess you could say, hey, you know, what's you know, here I am, 71 years old, and out here with that seniors, old geezers pass, if you will, and spending the night out here in this delightful place for $10, and no telling how many hundreds of thousands of dollars it takes to maintain this place. So the question is should we shut this baby down, you know, and divert this money somewhere else? Only problem is, if we shut it down, hey, no telling where it would be diverted. But anyway, I guess that's enough of that. I might come back later after I read that Pickens, that book on Fort Pickens. It looks like a pretty interesting. It's actually not a book; it's a booklet. But anyway, as I said, what I'm going to do now is head back home, so to speak. And anyway, and please don't take this the wrong way. You know, a lot of folks name their trailers, and hey, that's great. I was thinking the other day, if I named mine, I would call it, "What the hell have I done?" But anyway, any of you guys who might still be out there listening, thanks for stopping by. And as Pat Condell would say, peace, ladies and gentlemen, peace.